Okay, when we get
You want to turn the video on and I'm ready to go.
believe we are live and ready to go. So, good morning. This is to briefly go over the Senate changes to H 396, which is the creation of the Molly Beatty Distinguished Service Award. And we're just going to hear what the Senate did, take a straw poll, and prepare the reporter, which is Representative Lipsky. So take it away, Michael. Thank
Good
you.
morning. My name is Michael Chernick from Legislative Council. I drafted the original bill for H 396, which now seems a while ago. And I was the counsel who worked on it through the House and through the Senate and through the amendment. The amendment from the Senate, I should explain to you, is not particularly substantive. It's the analogy that I could say is if you see sometimes in a magazine or a newspaper, this interview was edited for clarity and conciseness. That's basically what happened here. So everything that you saw substantively is still there. I will go over the language and point out where they made changes and explain why they did that, as was discussed on the floor in the Senate. The text, the effective date remains July 1 of this year. No change there. The title, they changed slightly, but the title is basically the same. It reads a substantive section, section 1, in commemoration of the centennial of the Vermont State Parks and the Department of Forest, Parks and Recreation, and in honor of the conservation and public land accessibility values of the late former Commissioner of Forest, Parks and Recreation, Molly Beatty. And by the way, she pronounced it Beatty, not Beatty,
Right.
as an FYI for everybody. I learned that in the Senate. There is created the Molly Beatty Distinguished Service Award. Annually, the Commissioner of Forest, Parks and Recreation shall present the award to either a current or former state employee or partner whose contributions honor the legacy of Molly Beatty in advancing the conservation, accessibility, quality of recreational experience, and sustainability of Vermont's public lands. Where the change was, they took out the word, I think the word retired might have been in here earlier, and now it says current or former state employee or partner. And on the issue of partner was the Senate committee decided it wanted to have a little flexibility. It could be an institutional partner. It could be an individual who worked with the department very closely on a specific project. It could be somebody who's currently a partner, someone who was a partner on a project 5 years ago. So the partner wasn't modified further because the Senate committee wanted to give the department a little bit of flexibility on defining who a partner was and not to mandate the partner has to be currently involved in a project right now. And other than that, it's what you saw. As I said, substantively, it's really the same. It was a matter of conciseness and clarity that it made these minor language changes.
Great, thank you. And I'll just turn to the committee and see if that is clear or if there are any questions. Specifically, I'm looking at the reporter of the change from the Senate.
Okay. Sure.
Thanks.
I had one question. Word partner in today's lexicon is used, like in my case, as a spousal partner who's not.
The committee, I would say,
What was that?
well, actually, it's interesting. Partner is a term that's used, for example, well, two things. Number one, I can tell you the term partner is used with respect to has been used over the years with respect to the Champion Land Project. I can give you a really concrete example where there are private landowners who own some of the land immediately. It's a maple sugaring company, and there's a land company that owns land immediately adjacent to the Champion lands, and they're considered partners on the Champion Land Project, or it's now called Kingdom Heritage Lands. I still think of the old term from decades ago, but it's now Kingdom Heritage Lands to be correct. And no one thought there was a conflict. No one even mentioned the idea of a spousal domestic relations partner. The only question that arose with the term partner was whether it was an individual or an institution, an organization. And the committee decided on the Senate side that the department should have that flexibility to determine whether it was going to award this to an individual or to an organization or say a private company that worked with the state. But no one in the Senate side even raised the issue of a domestic type of partner. The concept of partner at Forest Parks and Recreation, especially on the Kingdom Heritage Land project is one example. It's clearly been established for many years, and everyone knows it means a person or an institution who works with the department on a project. There's your answer to that question.
Thank you.
Any further questions from the committee?
I have a question. Often Ledge Council assists a reporter in articulating changes or responding to an amendment.
Would you like it? I can create a little statement for you.
Counselor, would be much appreciated.
With an understanding that any statement that I create is not an advocacy statement. It's what I like to call an Associated Press statement. Here are the facts and here's what's done. It does not advocate, nor does it oppose, obviously. It's just purely factual.
I appreciate that.
I can get you something, as I said, as I was saying to your colleagues until you walked in the room, I am supposed to be in House General at about 11:30. As soon as I get out of House General, which should be by noon, I can dash back to my office and write you out a short paragraph. That'll be easy.
Okay, and if you pass that on to the committee assistant or.
You can just send it to you.
I can send it directly to you.
Linsky Jed,
Will you be present on the?
Absolutely, absolutely.
and Jay
He will be there on the floor.
Okay.
You
If
can call a recess.
Mhm.
No, I'll be sitting in the Senate seats, and if you have any concern while you're presenting and you want to ask for a recess to come over and talk to me, absolutely. But I'll be happy to email you a short paragraph, basically restating what I did, that the language was clarified to provide for both a current or former state employee and to be broadly defining a partner so that it could be current or former institutional or individual. And I'll give you a couple of lines to that effect. No
Thank
problem.
you. And I was not trying to show my age, but as in the last 10 years, partners use.
No, no, I understand.
Social.
Yeah, no, I totally understand that. I just
I
was
just didn't
stating
want to-
that in return, as a response to that, the issue did not arise in the Senate at all, either in committee or
Nor
on.
should it, it's just modern history.
But if you want me to put a line to that effect in the.
No, I'm not looking for a laugh.
Because I don't, no, I mean, I don't consider that a partisan statement. That's purely factual, but I can leave that out.
No. Thank you, Cal.
Sure.
Great. Any further questions from the committee? Okay, we will proceed to take a straw poll vote on the Senate's proposal of amendment.
Concur.
To concur.
With proposal of amendment would be what you want to do.
Is David coming back?
Yeah, I will take this roll call. So are we still H 396 or we?
You're still H 396, the Senate proposal of amendment. It's what you're.
Judiciary.
Yeah.
He got called back. Are we able to leave a straw poll open
Yeah.
Well, you should have it final before 1 o'clock.
for 1 o'clock? Okay, great. We will have time for the chair.
Remember, this is a straw poll. You do not have legal possession of the bill.
Right. Great. So is there a need to actually record a straw poll or can it just?
If you want to, it's a nice thing for Representative Mosquito.
We've been doing that for the last two straw polls.
Great.
And,
It's something that you probably want to mention on the floor.
and the actual title of the act,
The actual title now is, the original title is. It's long. Do you want to copy it?
Who has possession of the bill right now?
We went back to the clerk and it's on the calendar.
Mhm.
Macklin, personally.
Would you like me to make a photocopy of that for you? I certainly could do that. There's a photocopy machine right outside the door.
There's the top of the creation of the Molly Beatty Distinguished Service Award. That's what the bill is. See, so
And-
even if we wanted to amend it, No, it's just recreation.
I think we could try to, but it would have to go
Service.
through a process.
That's the
That'd
title.
be reassigned.
Yeah.
I thought they just naturally
Oh,
just went
would give
back
us-
to the
it
committee,
would
they
be-
originated it.
I know, I'm slightly confused at why we're only getting a straw poll, but
Yeah.
yeah. We're also still live, so I will just casually move through
Where's
that,
there, so.
move through our
There you go.
knowing.
Just mine, or-
Yeah, mine too, you know.
Distinguished.
The other thing I'm going to put in the summary that I will mention again, Madam Chair and members of the committee, is, as was discussed in the Senate, the financial implication of this is basically de minimis. It's either a plaque or a piece of paper or a certificate. So there's really no financial impact.
Great, thank you so much. And when you send a,
I'll CC you.
yes, please.
I will do that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Very welcome. You're my boss.
I need to be another place.
Right.
Great.
You
And
say the 14th?
today is the
15th. Slow, spinning quick. All right, Chair requesting a record of straw poll for H 396. And act creating the Molly Beatty Distinguished Service Award. And this will be a vote of favorable with amendment. And now we're to the Senate proposal for amendment. And I'll now ask, start with Rep. Poslin, if you are yay, nay? Or
Yay.
absent. Rep. Burke,
Yay.
Rep. Lipsky, yay. Rep. Morgan,
Yes.
Rep. Nelson.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
nay.
say Rep. O'Brien,
Yay.
Rep. Supernaw.
yes.
We're gonna leave this open for.
Richard could also
You
vote.
could call Richard, he can vote for
Vote.
instance.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's number.
From on speaker, so we know
Yeah.
it's official.
My, instead of using the word, we're still lying.
Richard's been following us, so.
Has he?
Yeah.
Oh, good, okay. But he's not on
Speak up
Zoom,
then.
or is he on Zoom?
No, he just called and said he had it,
Listening.
somehow and was just listening to the whole.
Live feed.
Richard, if you're with us, you can call one of us to vote. It's like a modern day seance.
My partner.
Keyboard.
Yes. Well, we will leave it open as far as the chair returns, and if Richard gets back to one of us.
Breaker 19, you call the committee to confirm how you stand about the creation of Molly Beatty Distinguished Service Award as amended by the Senate. We're keeping the straw poll vote open. Thank you.
Okay, committee, if there's no further discussion, then I think we can go off live.